Alrighty. Okay, once again, alrighty. What's up, everyone? This is Soul. This is the morning show, and this is gross. Dude, this bedhead is more atrocious than normal. Maybe I should call this, show, Morning Head, because it's mostly me, the talking head, and I'm talking about things. I thought it's gonna be seen that way, though. Is it? It's gonna be like anything. Oh, let me turn the chat on. It's gonna be like anything but that. They're like morning. I guess my attempt at wit would totally backfire. Get me banned. Sponsorships gone. Oh shit. Like I have sponsorships. Foolio. Anyway, what's up, everyone? What's everyone? What is up, everyone? Oh my god. Let's get started with the day and see what is in store for me this time around. But I tagged this show as a spoiler-filled one because I want a bitch. I'm gonna talk about this in a published video since my streaming audience is very small. But I'm gonna talk about Sargeras, and this is gonna be spoiler-filled, so prepare yourself. Leon, what's up, dude? How are you? I hope you're having a good morning. So again, I'm going to talk spoilers. I'm going to talk about what's happening at the end of Legion. I usually don't, but I'm going to this time. You know, I'm going to put focus on it, speculate. I'm going to do all sorts of things that I normally don't, you know, I normally don't do, but I definitely will now because I'm kind of, So, I guess in so few words, good morning, John. I hope you guys have had a good morning. You're doing Kill Jaden for AP and LFR. Ah, dark times, dude. Why? Why? There's so much good AP that you get from just doing invasions and stuff like that. So anyway, Sargeras sucks. I'm like, you know, because at this point we've heard like the voiceovers and done all that stuff. We just haven't seen like the badass cinematics, which I know everyone's going to like really think or like, oh my god, the cinematic was awesome. It's going to be awesome, but just the aftermath and the general feeling of just what's the deal with Sargeras and his like last stroke of malice against the people of Azeroth is fucking stupid. I think it's I don't like it. I don't like it. So if you folks go to MMO Champion or Wowhead or whatnot, you'll see a bunch of data mine voiceovers and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure this isn't like some big conspiracy red herring that Blizzard's throwing at us just like screw with this. This obviously looks like this is what's going to be in store for our champions. After all of the events of Legion and the Antorus raid and stuff like that. So what happened is that I'm probably gonna screw this up as I talk about it. So Sargeras, in his like final moments of being not trapped in limbo, along with the rest of his Titan buddies and Illidan and whatnot, he causes a wound in the world of Azeroth. Presumably his sword or something like that. He basically damages Azeroth. He damages Azeroth's world soul, and then everyone at this point knows, okay, Azeroth's a Titan. We need to heal it. We need to take care of it. We need to, you know, resolve this and whatever. But I'm focused on the actions of Sargeras in this final moment. It's like, why the hell did he do that? To me, that totally destroys the whole feeling of him being a villain who thinks that he's the hero, because that's in my opinion that's the best. You know, that the two best kinds of villains are ones that just love absolute chaos, who take no sides but the side of chaos, and the ones who think that they're the hero. And the Chronicles book painted Sargeras as the type who wants to play the hero. Of course, that comes at the cost of all life as we know it, or basically all of existence. But that was his thing. That was his shtick. I want to save everyone by killing everyone and then making everything anew, something like that. So he went about the whole burning crusade and blah blah blah, wants to destroy everyone, yada yada yada. But the primary motivation is to prevent the Void Lords from winning. Okay, cool. So, like, I don't know, maybe as I'm talking about this, I'm finding a way where like I'm kind of wrong about what I'm thinking, about what I'm believing. But Sargeras has seen, you know, throughout the course of his experiences in Azeroth and his adventures trying to defeat our heroes and failing many times, and his ultimate defeat at the hands of these heroes of Azeroth, that you know, he had a choice. He has a choice at that point, either to you know, give them that one final warning, you know, to the people of Azeroth, saying, hey, you know what, this is what's happening. The Void Lords are coming. They're going to corrupt the planet. You have to protect this planet, or else everyone's like fucked. And thank you for the follow, Big Daddy BT. I just had to open up my whole thing. Anyway, he you know, he could have done that, you know, like that one moment of not neutrality, but you know, but that one moment of pragmatism where he's like, okay, this is the deal. You guys can't let the planet be corrupted by the Void Lords or whatnot. Okay, cool. What's up, Russell? I hope you're having a good morning. But yeah, Sargeras could have done that. Instead, he's like, now, I can't destroy the universe, so I'm going to jack up the one thing that has a chance of fending off the Void Lords. Meh. You know, he's basically like, okay, if I can't do it, you know, screw you guys. I'm just gonna fine. Let everything become nothingness. Wah wah wah. I mean, that doesn't make much sense to me. Like that kind of reverts Sargeras into just becoming like this thing of malice and evil, and it's like, well, screw you guys, you know. Super passive aggressive stuff. It's like, okay, if I can't save the universe, then no one will. Let the Void Lords have their way. Meh. And then off he goes into purgatory, where like his Titan buddies will just haze him and be like, wow, you're such a little bitch, Sarg. And Sargeras will be like, stop calling me Sarg. They're like, well, you're the little bitch, Sarg. All that. What's up, Harry? So I'm really like turned off by that. I'm very turned off by that. Now we could see this as Sargeras is like, okay, I'm going to try one last time. You know, this is my last ditch effort to like destroy the planet and kill the world soul of Azeroth before it gets a chance to be corrupted by the Void Lords or something like that. So maybe you know, maybe he's trying something like that, because reasonably, like when it comes to like a world soul like Azeroth waking up, that shit takes forever. That's gonna take that's you know, obviously going to take much longer than any of the lifetimes of our characters, or or hell, it's gonna take like bajillions of years. We don't know how long it takes for a Titan soul to really like wake up, and maybe we'll get a little bit better of a clue when you know, after we beat Argus, you know, the last boss of the Burning Throne. That'll give us a little bit more context as to like just how Titans work, you know, the physiology and like how long, you know, their longevity, how long it takes for them to hatch out of their egg, you know, their planet egg or whatever. You know, we'll get a little bit better of an idea about that. But I don't know, like for Sargeras to have such like a half-ass attack, I'll just chuck my sword at him. Alright, cool. He could have had some sort of like super awesome doomsday kind of thing prepared. Like his last action could have been, fuck it, I'm just going to move Argus into Azeroth and just collide the planets, and hopefully that'll destroy it. You know, I think that'd be a lot better than like his pussy ass just trying to throw his sword and then that's it. I mean, you think about it, Deathwing did a lot more damage to the planet than Sargeras did, at least on the surface, right? Like, you know, we have no evidence, or there's been no indication that that Deathwing did damage to the world soul or anything like that. You know, he never went that deep. He only went as deep as needed to get like corrupted by the old gods and shit like that. But he didn't. But he really did like jack up the planet. Sargeras was more like this calculated piercing attack. Okay, cool, that makes sense. But at least on the surface, like I think Blizzard could have illustrated that damage like a little bit better than to just damage one zone. And even then, it doesn't seem to be like completely like one zone. I mean, it's a big ass crater. Don't get me wrong, but I would figure that a big old flaming sword coming from space would do more lasting damage to the planet. I would hope that. Yeah, basically new spoiler hype. What's up, Shadow Fiend? I mean, basically, so what I would expect in the future, whatever's going on in the new WoW expansion, I expect the effects of that attack to, you know, kind of subvertly reverberate across the planet. So like there might be arcane geyser things that like explode all over the place, you know, just to kind of indicate, ooh, this planet is, you know, Azeroth's hurt. Holy shit. You know, there's like some sort of, you know, there's like a disease or like there's something, you know, not corruption, but you know, it's just straight out hurt, where you might see certain parts of the planet start to kind of rupture. Not like it's going to destroy the planet, but it's definitely getting sick. And over time, you know, if we don't do something about it to heal it or whatever, then it's dead, and we're kind of screwed. I mean, yeah, Shadowfiend, like you would think, puppy monkey baby, you, what's up, Blink? You would think that it would like split in half, like, you know, like it does with the planet. But you know, we got to take into context like just what the state of the Titans are. Like in the Chronicles, the Titans were like in their, you know, they were in their heyday. They're kind of in their prime. You know, they're out, they're cruising the universe, cleaving planets in two and things like that. But you know, by the time we get to these events in Legion, you know, obviously the Titans are in a very poor state. Like the Titans, most of the Titans are basically dead. And then we're dealing with like their spirits and stuff. And even then, in the case of Argus, we're not really fighting. This is me speculating here. You know, we're not fighting the actual Titan. We're fighting like his kind of spirit, because we're still fighting on the surface. Maybe we're fighting on the surface. Maybe not. I don't know. But we're not fighting like the actual physical Titan, because otherwise it'd be like as big as a planet, and we would get smushed. And as far as I know, Titans can't shrink. Titans can't shrink into a reasonable, you know, into a reasonable size. Like we see Agrimar the way that he is, because he's already dead. He was probably just kind of constructed, you know, reconstructed or something like that. Same thing with Argus and whatnot. Same thing with Argus with the Unmaker, and then everyone else appears to maybe be like just kind of in a spirit form, an astral form, or something like that. Maybe it wasn't him trying to damage the planet, but try to activate to start something. Start what though, man? Like whatever. So let's speculate, right? What could it have started? It could have started some sort of Titan defense thing that would have made Azeroth super heal. I don't think so. I mean, I think the Titan Forge constructs, you know, the keepers and whatnot, they would be more on top of that. You know, they would have a better clue of what's going on. They're probably going to be like, oh man, this thing got fucked up. Like, who's the closest keeper? The closest keeper there is, shit, I forgot his name. It's the one, I can look it up. Anyway, there's a keeper nearby. The one that's over near Uldum. Or I think he's near Uldum. No, I think Pandaria. Yeah, he'd be the closest one. Well, whatever. Yeah, there's like nothing. There's nothing near there except for Cthulhu and you know, Cthulhu and all of his cronies, and we know Cthulhu is defeated, but not exactly dead. There's still like something left in there. You know, still jacking things up. Okay, I can swallow that. But like, what does it lead to? I don't know. I'm not quite sure where this leads. I mean, if anything, it does lead to a it does lead to an adventure underground. We're gonna go into the planet and like kind of surgically get into stuff. So this might be a very underground expansion, but that might just be one area. It might just be like, okay, there's the wound in the planet, and that's actually just going to be like the final, where the final raid takes place or something like that. Or there might be something there, but we might not see everything there. But instead, the way I kind of see it is that now that the planet has a big ass gaping wound in it, kind of like the Well of Eternity, but probably maybe more visible to other races, other spacefaring races. So for all we know, it might be a big ass beacon for the Void Lords, and the Void Lords would be like, oh, there's definitely something interesting here. So the Void Lords, they might be like, yeah, fuck it, we're gonna start chucking old gods at Azeroth. So we might get like a whole thing where we might get like younger old gods that appear. I mean, the old gods that we're seeing now, they've been around for a long ass time. They embedded with themselves with the planet. They won at they effectively won during for a period of time, and they were just kind of chilling, made the Black Empire cool, let's hang out, and then they were eventually defeated. But they were around. They were chilling, kicking it. What about a fresh old god? A new god, a new old god, whatever, however you want to say it. Voidlord's gonna be like, yeah, let's chuck some shit at these guys, and corrupt the planet, because this is the last Titan that we know of. We might be able to get this thing. Let's do it, and they might go for it. So we might see, we might see the Void Lords in that sense. I don't think that there's going, from there I don't see a solution for that unless we go to like Void Lordville and kill them all. I don't really see that happening, because at least the events of Legion do illustrate that we don't fight Titans directly. And at least as of right now, there's no narrative that's been written that gives us the ability to fight the Void Lords toe-to-toe unless Azeroth wakes up. But if Azeroth does wake up, physically, everybody dies. Because Azeroth just wakes up, and then planetary destruction, and that's it. That's the end of our adventure. So, going really far into speculation, I think Azeroth is going to commit suicide. I think the planet is going to find a way to put itself to sleep, to make itself dormant, to make itself uncorruptible by the Void Lords, which will thus end their ability to destroy the universe. Because the whole point of the Void Lords is that they're trying to corrupt a Titan, and if they corrupt a Titan, cool, it's game time. They got everything they need, and then everything's jacked. But if there are no Titans for them to corrupt, what can they do except continue chucking old gods at planets for like no reason? Because they can't manifest in this universe, or they can't manifest in here or anything like that. Did I even touch this guy? Okay, I did. Yeah, so they can't do anything. So I suspect that at some point Azeroth will die. Kind of, Azeroth will become uncorruptible somehow, and I don't think it's gonna wake up, because that's the end of the story. That's the end of, that's the end of Mankrik. We'll never know if you found like a new wife. That sucks. Okay, let me get caught up with chat, because I know you guys were talking, so sorry about that. Up to 6 stacks of determination for LFR kill Jade. Holy shit. It'll implode. What's up, Blink? I thought we fight Argus at the Pantheon. I think so. I'm not super on top of all the spoilers. So, yeah, it looks like we fight Argus's spirit over, over at Pantheon Land, or the Pantheon's house, or something like that. But at least to my perception, we don't fight the actual Titan. Whatever Argus is what Sargeras made him to be. Which I see as like the corrupted spirit of the Titan, not the absolute physical manifestation of the Titan itself. Send out those middle-aged gods. Let's took a dark channel, looking up Azeroth and save the universe, and we all died. The ultimate sacrifice. That's a shitty sacrifice. because there's nothing after that. There's nothing, there's nothing to enjoy after that. There's no video game after that. Come on, man. I mean, this does give Blizzard the opportunity to end WoW on their, the way that, if they feel like it. But I think that's a, stupid idea too. It's like, you know what? We don't want this money. Fuck it. That would, that's, I don't think that would be wise. Don't just throw away money because you think it's the right time. There would be a lot of heads that would roll if they really went through with a decision like that. I mean, God, how would it look in a future Activision Blizzard investment call? Oh yeah, so for this first quarter, profits are down, revenue is down by blah blah blah, due to the closing of the World of Warcraft realms. Nah, that ain't gonna happen, dude. That's no one's gonna want to hear that, or at least no investor with money wants to hear that. But yeah, that's kind of my take. Sargeras is a big pansy ass punk bitch, and by the end of this whole, by the end of the next expansion, depending on how much of a threat Blizzard paints the Void Lords, Azeroth's world soul will not survive. That's the way I see it. Because help me out here. If Azeroth, unless Blizzard just writes in something new, and they certainly can do that. But unless something new shows up, unless there's a new way for the Void Lords to really manifest in, in our universe, they're, what I'm talking about. If there's a way for the Void Lords to manifest, how are they going to do anything? What's going to be their thing, their shtick at that point? They're stuck. They ran out of shit to do. I mean, if anything, they would probably continue to look for more planets to corrupt, and they would just leave Azeroth alone. Because Azeroth is no longer accessible. They got cut off. That tap is gone. They're not going to waste time with it because they can't corrupt it anymore. So that's what I see happening over the next couple of years in the World of Warcraft universe. And I have obvious motivations here. Like some of you have seen my work where I don't want to deal with the end of the universe anymore. I think it's I think they need to write their way out of it, and that's their way out. That's their way out. If Azeroth sacrifices itself for the sake of the universe. And we've seen this kind of twist. We've seen the whole thing with Zira and her whole thing on, you're going to save everybody, or the whole thing with Illidan, and then that didn't quite turn out the way that she wanted to. That kind of screws with, Blizzard kind of screwed with the story and kind of surprised people. I think the same thing could happen. I think the same thing could happen here, where it's kind of been painted that, oh, Azeroth is the final Titan, and it's stronger than all the other Titans. It's stronger than any other Titan that's appeared. She can save everybody. But then there are two things that Azeroth can do. Azeroth can either wake up and start breaking shit, or it can sacrifice itself to prevent the Void Lords from breaking into the universe. So, if Azeroth dies, wouldn't we die? I'm not saying that Azeroth will die, but I think Azeroth will kind of like, I don't know, encase itself, or basically make it so that it can't be corrupted. Whatever that method would be, because obviously we see that planets can survive without, but planets do exist that don't have Titans on them. We've seen that. We don't know for sure if Azeroth itself is like this living organism, or if it just happens to be a planet with a Titan deeply embedded inside. It just depends on how we want to interpret it, or just what the facts are. But if Azeroth can essentially disable itself, or encase itself in such a way that it can't get corrupted by the Void Lords, but at the same time it's never going to wake up. It's like making itself into a paraplegic. It's like, yeah, go ahead and corrupt me. You ain't gonna get shit out of this though. Uh, so if it makes that sort of sacrifice while still preserving the planet, okay, cool. And that will pretty much mark the end of the interstellar story of the World of Warcraft universe. I think that can happen. Well, I want that to happen because I'm tired of the whole end of the universe sort of thing. That way we can turn on ourselves and start killing each other again, like we like like we've been doing for the past however many years. To me, that feasibly makes sense. Um, but there are factors that we don't know about yet. Yeah, I hope that we see more of Mandy Bronzebeard and stuff. Um, but there are weird factors that we're not quite on top of. So there is there's the Son of the Wolf comic where we see Velen and Anduin, old Anduin, doing a thing, and so far that seems like a plausible, that seems plausible. It might not happen. They might, Blizzard might pull back on that story, but at least at the moment, it's still in play. It's still possible. So let's, so we can at least explore that idea. I think that, that could be a thing. So we need to figure out. Well, we would need to figure out like how that plays into things. Uh, there's the whole child of light and shadow thing, which I'm hearing a lot of conversations about how, oh, it's not really Illidan who's the child of light and shadow, it might be Eretor, because of the whole thing with Ilaria and her blessing of the void, and Turalian, who's been hooked up with the light for a while now. So I don't know, like I don't know how sold I am on that idea of Eretor being like the child of light and shadow, because Eretor wasn't born from light and shadow. It's more like he was born and then his parents adopted light and shadow, post birth. So that's very so I don't think that's very pure. That Eretor has nothing to do with it. He just happens to have parents that align themselves with the light and shadow, but he's not a product of that. That's the big problem that I have about it. Like I saw a little bit of those conversations, and I think I glanced at something from Tellius and Inevitel about it. But the reason why I don't buy into it is because Eretor was already born, so I don't. um, that it's a shitty connection. I yeah, I'm just not sold by it. Um, but Ilaria will be in play, for something. Um, Terralion, I don't know. I mean, Terralion, I'm sure Terralion still has a very strong connection of the light, but his avatar, his, Zero is gone. So it's going to be hard to see like how effective, not how effective he's going to be, but just how he's going to play in as a representative of the light. I mean, I can see, like, to be honest, like something that I would like to see, um, and this is only me speaking personally because I'm a paladin and all that, is I would love to abandon my post as High Lord and just give it to Terralion. Take it. I don't want it. I don't want to be the stupid. I don't want to be the stupid High Lord anymore. This job sucks. I want to do my own thing. And then Terralion will become the new High Lord. I'm sure that's not going to sit over well with some people who are like, well, Terralion's been gone for a long ass time, and then Terralion will be like, well, I lived for 1,000 years, bitch tits. And then what are people going to say about that? He's like, come on, bitches, let's have a character battle then. We'll see who's like, who's the better High Lord. Sheesh. So I can see that happening, but I see Ilaria more in play than Terralion at this point. Um, but it's only because we don't have enough story to like link it together. It'd be easy enough for like Blizzard to just write a couple lines and be like, all right, cool, here's the connection. Oh, okay, and then I could swallow that because I'd be forced to swallow that. That's what's written, right? So we gotta, I'd have to take that as it is, and my inventory's full. Quit being the High Lord to become full-time streamer. Full-time streamer, you're crazy, man. I do not have that kind of fortitude. Yeah, you mad. Trallion's gotta die. He just feels like a guy who should die at some point. Damn, that's kind of cruel. I mean, yeah. We see WoW characters lose relevance over time, but I don't know about dying. Uh, I mean, we need to see it. Like I would want to be sold on a reason. That's all. That's all I need. I just need a reason for him to die. Um, but feeling like he should die or feeling like he's not relevant, well, that's not enough for me at least. But I'd be interested to see like what his fate is ultimately. I mean, if he were to die, I think it'd be a pretty shitty death. I don't think to me it would. At the moment, it seems like it'd be meaningless. It doesn't seem like a very meaningful death that Terrellian would have. Like, I don't know, Ilaria kills him because she loses control. I don't know. Um, Something like that. But yeah, the whole Erator as the child of light and shadow, I don't buy it. It's like 5% buy-in because Erator has nothing to do with shadow. He wasn't born. He wasn't born into it. If you're a child of light and shadow, you're born from that. You know, it's yeah, it's not happening here. If Ilaria and Terrellian have another child, oh shit, you know, then by default all attention would be put onto this kid. It's like, oh snap, yeah. So that's how I see it. I love the character battle. I love the lore and doing the characters. Small suggestion would be to maybe pick a winner yourself at the end of the video. Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I thought about it. But then I'd have to like, nah, I don't want to put my opinion in there. I wanted to just leave it, you know, leave it up to you folks. I mean, maybe I'll do it, but yeah, I didn't feel like I should have, because to me, Sean, it would have been easy. It would easily have been it easily would have been Terrellian, unfortunately, because the 1,000-year thing, you can't let that go. You know, you can't shake that. That's cheap. It's kind of cheating, but it's way too obvious of an advantage. I mean, you know, given it's the fact that he's both older, but his body is at its prime, or his body is more at its prime than Tyrion is. That, and Terrellian has more. He has more command experience. He's an established general. We don't really have that. Sort of understanding. I mean, we know that Tyrion is a good leader. He hold a governorship, and he did just fine. But as for like someone on the battlefield, Terrellian just has more experience. Then people can agree and disagree. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess it could have went either way. I didn't want to put myself in the middle of it, just because I put my opinion in on it. But yeah, I do plan on doing more character battles. I actually have one kind of sort of written up. At least I have the skeleton for it. That one might be interesting, but those are a little hard because I have to do quite a bit of research and all that. But from there, assembling it isn't so bad. So I may do that again, or I will do that again. It's more of a matter of when than anything. I still need like 4 more of these motherfuckers. Yoo-hoo! Ethereals. If anything, I'll be down to like see more of these Ethereals. I still think this is one of like the coolest races that they've made. It's like they stand upright. They stand upright. They got some cool threads. They got some fashion about them. I mean, imagine an Ethereal, right? An Ethereal dressed like a chef. Oh my god, it would be amazing. Chef on chef battle. Mummy face versus, whatever. I mean, they got the whole like eyeless sort of thing, they just look almost formless. You can make them fat. They could be fatties if they wanted to be. I think it'd be kind of cool. What's up, Grill Skippy? How you doing? You know, like I'm totally on. I'm totally with you there. Shadow Fiend about ethereal rogues, but I'd love to see them just not be. It's just to piss people off. Uh, but yeah, what was it? Oh, okay. Let's talk about this real quick. So, what races would ethereal, or I'm sorry, what classes would they play? They have to play a warrior. Warrior is the one class that every class gets to be, or that every race gets to be. They be warriors. They probably wouldn't be pallies. They might be priests. I'd say that they could be priests because you know shadow stuff and all that. Um, I think that they would be priests. Maybe they. Well, was that guy like a hunter pet? I don't know. Because if yeah, okay, they were walking together. So this tells me that they can be hunters because of this whole phase blade thing along with the pet. So they can be hunters. Um, They can probably be mages because I think we've seen stuff like that, right? They can be mages. I don't probably warlocks because you know more void stuff, and I guess they can dabble in demon shit too. Monks, I don't really. I can see them as monks. They would look like monks, but I don't really see them as monks. Rogues, yes. Um, Shaman, no. Paladins, no. um, yeah, no shaman or paladins. I don't see that. They can like hamstring that shit. That's right, baby. Shit, I still need to do that whole. Hey, here's some of Soul's favorite transmogs video. Something trashy like that. Okay, I finished these. What's that? Buck 75. All right, I'll head down there. What's my thing at right now? 17 billion. Alright, so I'll probably hit 66 today, maybe. Ethereal Void Hunters. Well, yeah, I'm sure that they would have interesting racials and stuff too. Something void related. You know, shadow damage increased by, 1% or I don't know, something like that. Something cool and snazzy. Um, did I miss it? Did I miss any classes? Oh no. No ethereal demon hunters. Wait, where am I going? I just gotta kill someone. Okay. Yeah. Don't see demon hunters, obviously. And I think that's it. I think that's all the classes. Right? Sure. Death Knights. No Death Knights. No Death Knights. I don't see I don't see undead ethereals being like a thing. Thank you, Sean. Okay, now I think that covers them. So that'd be kind of, I don't know. I mean, the themes there can be strong, but nothing too crazy. I would want them to be grounded. I don't see them as being monks or paladins or shaman. They don't tap into those kinds of energies. Druids either. I don't see. I definitely don't see them as druids. They don't seem very animal like. Yeah, yeah. They don't seem on top of that shit like at all. So it might be for that reason that people are like, "Oh, they can't be anything cool." I mean, that's actually a lot of classes that they can't be. So maybe I'm being a bit too restrictive on that, and maybe Blizzard will just force a little bit of lore and be like, "All right, fuck it, we'll make them druids. We'll figure something out." Um, I guess things that I could that I could kind of swallow. Maybe not druids, but I can see them becoming. Well, okay, maybe monks. I can maybe kind of see that. Um, but it'd be tough just because their physiology just kind of makes things weird. It doesn't make them able to just be anything. I mean, they can at least be like casters and stuff. So like priests, mages, warlocks. So they can at least cover that. You fight for Azeroth. You don't speak for me, though. Anyway. Alright. I need more artifact powers. Legion Fall is to the... Oh, Legion Fall. Damn. It's only a bummer because you can't stack Legion Fall with, like, jack shit. Alright, so now I'm going to Antorus. Right? Okay, Antorus, okay. Alright, I'll go here first. But yeah, I'm still just shaking my head about the Sargeras thing. Sargeras is a big pansy ass bitch. So vindictive. It's like, my sword. I'm gonna end the planet myself. I mean, maybe he's just hoping. You know, I think it's something that I kind of touched on, but I didn't complete my thought on. The whole thing with Titans and the whole interstellar galactic stuff. That stuff takes countless years, lifetimes, to happen. You know, I think Sargeras effectively, like, kind of, you know, with his wounding of the planet, he was like, oh, your days are numbered, Azeroth, you're going to end. And this is his effort to kill the planet, so that way the Void Lords can't get to it. And kind of the same thing, like, kind of the same thing what I said about Azeroth sacrificing itself. You know, if, you know, as long as Azeroth's gone, the universe will be relatively safe. It might not be perfect. They might, you know, the universe might still be tormented by the threat of the Void Lords, but at least we know that all the Titans are gone. That's probably what's going in Sargeras' head. I still think it's a pussy way. I still think it's a really pussy way of doing it, but that would be one way of doing it. And then, you know, Heroes of Azeroth, they're gonna go through like this whole process of trying to mend the planet, and then ideally, by the end of all these trials and whatnot, you know, we're gonna find that, you know, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And then Azeroth's gonna be like, you know what, screw this. You guys tried and failed me. You're not champions. You're losers. And then from this day forth, you will not be called champions. You're gonna be called losers. And you know, screw it. And then it offs. You know, Azeroth offs itself because we're losers. Yeah, well, I think you're right. It wasn't like a drop of, but I mean, that aside, he did something. You know, Sargeras does something to hurt the planet, and oh no. Yeah. I'm trying to remember all the voiceovers. I only did a once over when I listened to all of them. But yeah, that doesn't really change what I'm trying to talk about. That's just kind of his last act of, you know, trying to save the universe by destroying the planet. What level's my artifact? It is at 65. I just need like 3 billion. That's actually not that's actually not going to be very hard to get. Like a round of the oh, I gotta kill Varga. A round of invasion points will take care of that pretty quick. I mean, getting 200 some million per invasion point is pretty significant, especially if it were like the crit or something like that. And that's on top of whatever passive things you get, on top of the missions that you're doing. You know, so as long as you're at least kind of on top, oh, I still need nests. So as long as you're like reasonably on top of stuff, then I think you're fine. I mean, we're not in a rush. Shoot, raid ain't coming out tomorrow. I'm sure people are doing it. You know, they're kind of grinding hard for it so they can get like some of those trait boosts because they're still progressing through heroic or mythic. Kill Jaden. I'm pretty sure there are still people progressing through heroic. Hell, there's that one dude, Dedication Gaming, that likes to talk about the Mataran realm. Who I think he said, last thing he said, I don't know if this is all embellished or what, but I'm just gonna assume it's true. 400 wipes on heroic mistress, I think. Yeah, something tragic like that. Pretty rough, but oh well. That might be that's how I see it, Rasmus. Like, and tell me if I'm pronouncing that right. Rasmus. Anyway, That's the only solution that I see. If you know, if Blizzard wants to continue writing the story as to the present, they're gonna have to put the story to bed. They gotta put her they gotta give this story a rest. Otherwise, we're gonna flip our shit out. I mean, for all we know, Azeroth offing itself might happen by the end of Legion. Oh shit! You know, it could happen where Azeroth's like, okay, this is bad. This is really bad. Fuck it, and then offs and then offs itself. You know, and you know, thus opening up everything else. So, yeah, that's how I see it. Well, I guess I'm seeing it a whole shitload of different ways. You know, there's a bunch of things that could possibly happen. That can happen between now and the next expansion. You know, so they might super fast forward this, or they might super fast track this. You know, just so they can get all of the interstellar, you know, all this whole end of the universe shit out of the way. Because something like that, it's, you know, having that sort of boogeyman hover over, you know, hover over your heads. It's a pretty dangerous thing because there is a very loud, there's a loud section of the players, of vocal players who are like, yeah, dude, the Voidlords, we're gonna fight them next, and you know, it's making this whole story, you know, really predictable. If Blizzard can find a way to break the trend and otherwise be like, nope, guess again, suckers, I think that would be a good thing. I think it would piss a lot of those players off, because then it's going to be like, oh shit, you know. But then we have these heroes that have like done all this and that. It's like, what are they going to do now? And from there, it'd be up to Blizzard to not write anything else that happens outside of the planet. Except for, like, you know, Ethereals or, like, you know, little visitors and shit like that. That way, you know, the story can focus on itself once again. And I can definitely see that happening. So who knows? Your biggest problem, Wernols. Let's see, what was the Horde's biggest problem? Well, I guess it depended on your race. Well, it always depended on your race. Once upon a time, Gnomes just worried about taking their city back. It took them a long ass time, but they did it. Same thing with, you know, trolls were just trying to take their, they just wanted to take their homeland back. You know, the Darkspear. Remember, the Darkspear tribe is like, you know, it's pretty small, but apparently there's millions of them. they're like rabbits, man. They just multiply like motherfuckers. Yeah, we had, you know, our big problems once upon a time were not very big, and I think that from the perspective of the Warcraft universe, we kind of lost that. Removing these conflicts will bring them back into the forefront because there's nothing else, you know, that there's otherwise nothing else to threaten us. Except each other. So we'll have to see. I mean, what could this wound in the planet do? It could cause like some lasting damage to like certain regions. Certain regions could change. This could be another cataclysm where the planet might hey, a quest. Hindering the Legion something. Cool, I'll do a mission. Ah, did I send all my guys out though? Yes, I did. Motherfucker. Oh, but I can do it. I think I can do it. Shit, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh well. Not that important then, I suppose. 16 hours. Bye, guys. Alright, so at least they're ready to go. Off to adventure for them. Oh, right. The planet, the wounding of Azeroth can cause, can be another cataclysm. It might be less overt than, you know, than the events of Cataclysm, right? You know, we could see the slow decay of certain things. We can see small you know, other small ruptures in the planet. You know, all of a sudden, oh, there are multiple wells of eternity just like hanging around. Like, holy shit, what the hell is this? And you know, and then from there, you know, there might be Horde and Alliance resource wars for, you know, trying to fight for this kind of energy, because that's gonna help their people and all that. Who knows? We might see something like that. Oh, I'm already here. Haha, Foolio. There we go. But it'd be interesting. I'm just less interested about what Sargeras did. He's still a punk. He's still a punk. Okay, now we need to find out, to take everything that I've said for like the last hour and compress that into like less than 10 minutes in a video. Well, shit. Maybe I'll just take everything that I said and just like speed it up. I won't, but yes, I'll take that. It's a little infuriating though, especially because Sargeras could have just said something. Communication. That's the problem here, man. If things were better communicated, none of this would have happened. If the Pantheon listened to Sargeras the first time, and they were like, you know, and they listened to him like, hey, dude, you know, our big badass brother, the, you know, toughest guy among us, is like, hey, there's something he's afraid of. We should probably pay attention to this. They didn't, and then they all died for it. You gotta wonder, like, you know, when they're all over at their, you know, in their little Titanville village, city, you know, Titan house. Well, they're all, well, you know, when they're all back in their permanent Titan house prison, are they gonna be like, hey, you know, Sargeras, sorry about that. Sorry, Sarge. Sorry, Sarge. We kind of fucked up and caused the Burning Crusade when maybe we should have listened to you, buddy. And he would have been like, yeah, no shit. You guys are fucking assholes. You guys fucking suck. This is all your fault. Look at what you made me do. All because your ass did not want to listen. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Yeah. This is all the Titan's fault. It's kind of like how it was all Thrall's fault that Garrosh became like the crazy motherfucker that he came to be. It's because no one listened to him. No one wanted to appreciate his input and his wisdom. Wisdom. Weak. But that's human nature, right? That's the reality of things too. How many times have you like been denied of cool things because of miscommunication, either on your part or someone else's? You know, it's like, oh damn, if only I listened to such and such, or if only such and such listened to me, none of this shit would have happened. God damn it. I know what happens to me. It happened to me in past jobs and stuff. Not happening. Of course, none of that resulted in, like, you know, billions dead and countless races destroyed, but maybe we'll just kill gnolls, alright? Maybe we'll just go back to what's important. Taking care of our own backyard. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Alright, let's kill some more shit. So, shall we? I still got about 2.5 billion artifact power left to go. That's not much, actually. Let me see. Open the map. Yeah, there's 1.6 just kind of chilling throughout all these world quests, on top of whatever bonuses that I get, on top of like whatever invasions I still need to do. I think there's like one more that I can still do. Patch 8.1, the return of Haga. Kicking gnomes is what's important. Actually, no, I disagree, Captain Howdy. I am all for the subjugation of gnomes into what I call gnome skates. One gnome, each foot, and that's how we get around going forward. So, you know, World of Warcraft expansion 9. It's the expansion where gnomes are absolutely subjugated by both the Horde and Alliance. and they are effectively removed from player gameplay. From there, gnomes are just a shop mount. That's it. No, that's not gonna happen. God, imagine the rage if that were to really go down. Now, keep in mind, I did speak of that, you know, in such a way that yes, I did in fact think of this before. Oh shit, don't die! Oh man, I died. Karma, I think. Well, gee golly, that just had to happen. Well, I'm glad I at least talked about all this stuff out loud. There's actually quite a few ideas that come out of the repercussions of the wounding of Azeroth. People only make gnome race characters to troll. I don't know who actually likes them. Actually, no, I totally believe you. One of my buddies, he has like this warrior obsession. He makes warrior after warrior after warrior, and the latest warrior he made was an alliance warrior, which already pissed me off. and he called it's a gnome warrior, and he called it football because football, you know, to make fun of it. I'm like, oh, okay, well, okay, I guess I'll take that. But yeah, he just called it. Oh, I'm gonna die again. Oh shit. Yay, I didn't die. Thanks to Bubble. Oh, it's good to be a paladin. Okay. Where's my thing? Where's my thingy that lets me use whatever? Oh, whatever. Hey, I got an egg. Nice. I like eggs. I had eggs for breakfast, actually. Alright, let's go north. Get some of this stuff. Do I have enough? Well, okay, I've been pretty bad about getting Veiled Arcanite. I've been pretty bad about farming rares. There's so much freaking transmog that I can still get. Oh my god, dude. It's pretty damn crazy. Yeah. Look at all this shit, dude. Oh, okay, that's some of that's different, but there's still a lot of stuff. So there's gonna be a while. But I got time. Why rush? I really wanted to rush to get the Commander of Argus achievement, that's for sure. But you know, at this point, oh man, you know, I'm not gonna farm for it endlessly. Then I'm gonna be one of those players that's like, why? I want more content. Ah, Blizzard, spoon feed me, you know, that sort of thing. Woo! Ooh, it crit, baby. 439 artifact powers. Oh shit. I think that's all I want here. I think. Oh yeah, yeah. That is all the artifact power, except for the last invasion. Yeah, there's a lot of Veiled Arcanite lying around though. Just going after transmog raiding seems pointless to you. No, it's not, because raids drop transmog. To be honest, that's a lot of my motivation too. My motivation it falls between doing stuff with the guild, because that's a huge value to me. You know, I don't have to deal with a lot of the problems that others do with regards to, like, you know, pugs, and you must have AOTC in order to do this, you know, progression run with us. You know, stupid stuff like that. You know, I don't deal with that. I don't deal with that sort of issue. Oh, by the way, for anyone who cares, I'm gonna be doing just a normal run of Tomb of Sargeras, and anyone here on stream is welcome to join. Just stay tuned and be on. It starts at 7 p.m. Pacific and ends at around 10, or you know, when everything's dead. I have a feeling that we're gonna hamstring ourselves, so everything might not be dead by then. But yeah, it's just fun, chill. You can bring it all. They don't have to be like at a ridiculous item level, but just don't bring a total scrub. Otherwise, I might notice, and if we start wiping and it's your fault, then I may ask you to leave or to switch to a stronger tune if you wanted to still hang out. But yeah, it's just for fun, and you know, and I hope that you join. And if not, more gear for us. Whatever. It's all right, Sean. Some people just live in inferior areas of the world. Oh shit! It's funny because the opposite is true. Anyway, so let's see. This fire one. This fire one is actually one of the tougher ones. Not as big of a pain in the ass as like the one with the mushrooms and shit. That thing really sucks. You're gonna bring a resto druid. Bring whatever you want. The guild will compensate somehow. You know, if they see, ooh, they brought a strong resto druid. Fuck it, I'm not gonna heal. I'm sure that's what they're gonna do. Remember this when I played the next expansion. Aww. It's all good, Sean. No hard feelings. Alright, they're too far. Come on, show me the next thing. It's one of these two. I think it's one of those two. No, it's this one. He was hiding. He was hiding with all, you know, inside all the other orange shit around there. What I really need to do is like do some of this with my, you know, do at least some rare farming with my alts, so I can get more of that transmog. There's a lot of shit that I'm missing out on, you know, notably like the caster items and things like that. I mean, I have like by comparison, I have like so much more shit on my tank or for plate than I have for anything else. One more giant. One more time. What's up, tribe? How's it going, man? Oh, stop. And rooted. What the hell? No, it's not. Wham, wham, wham. Anyway. You know, something I thought of doing. This is mostly based on me getting cocky about doing voice work. I'm not, you know, I'm a total amateur at that kind of shit. I'm not an actor at all, but I do want to do like a kind of pre-Antorus trailer sort of thing where I'll talk. You know, I'd probably talk in a voice similar to Terralion, which is a super hokey, you know, hero paladin kind of voice, and just do like a bunch of different cuts of like certain parts of Legion, whether it's cutscenes or whatnot, and then just do like it's like one of those brief inspirational speeches right before you just dive into the maw and all that. I wanna try doing that, and if it sucks, it sucks. You know, this is more of like a personal project than something that I think, oh, you know, people would love it if I did this because I'm so good at it. I'm not good at this shit at all, but I really want to try it. I really want to try it. My God. Like I was dealing with guild drama, gotta love it. Yeah, guild drama's worth it. It's worth it as opposed to the alternative. I will definitely take that over pug drama. No way, man. I don't have the strength for it. I think it was Shadow Fiend who's gonna be quitting WoW in about 2 or 3 weeks or so because he can't deal with pugs anymore, and that the pug life is too hard. I feel him on that. You know, I kind of talk shit about that all the time. It's like, oh man, I'm glad I don't have to pug because otherwise this game would suck ass. Which is unfortunate because some people feel like they have no choice, or you know, maybe they just don't have a choice but to pug, and so it does suck ass. That's not cool. I don't think that's you know, I don't think that is a swell way to go. All right, I'm at 637. Nah, look, I'm not gonna try to farm for that sort of stuff, but I will head back home. I will head back to Azeroth and get rid of some of this inventory, man. This shit's driving me nuts. And I live like this, you know. I live with this kind of inventory. All right, let me definitely get rid of some of this trash. Ugh, that's not a lot of trash. Holy shit. That's it. That's the only thing I can mail out. God damn. Any DE stuff? Conductive sheath. Why am I still getting that stuff for the quest item? I don't need that shit anymore. Okay, I got that. Let's see. Hey Matt, I'd like to join. Feel free, dude. Just make a tune and holler. That's all. That's all it takes to. That's all it takes to join, pal. All it takes to leave is to just say goodbye. That's about it. Although some people don't say goodbye, motherfuckers. Alright, I've been having like the shittiest luck getting like good PvP stuff, so screw it. Hoping for some good shit. Massive. Wow, I have not used the Bloodroom Forge very much, have I? Alright, so I see some old gear that I have in here. Yes, feel free to browse. Under the table. Let's see, anything else I can obviously sell? Oh yeah, unsullied shit. Okay, I need to do this do all this sorting stuff, so any mail here? Leather, mail. Oh wait, duh, looking at the wrong thing. Okay, mail, and then solar beam, I'll add that, and then for, I think it's soul lock. Okay, I'll add that stuff, and there's a rep token. Yeah, give me that shit. Dauntless. What the fuck about Dauntless gear? Oh god. All right. Not much. I was, RNG. I was talking a bunch of shit about like spoilers and like what's gonna happen after Legion and how I'm not pleased about it, and I actually kind of talked myself out of it. You know, I talked myself into a better place where I started really getting into speculating what's gonna happen after the events of Legion. You know, what are the lasting effects of what Sargeras did, and I got to a pretty long self conversation about all the many things that could possibly happen. All right, fine. I'll go for that 228. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see, what is that one actually? Burn all the things. Man, that's easy. Holy shit. Why is it elite? It's like, it means nothing to me. All right. But otherwise, I'm having a good morning. I had my coffee. Toffee got a nice healthy walk. Took his ass a while to get out of bed as usual. But that's him being an old man now. That's just how it goes. What's up, John? Welcome back, dude. Alright. Burn all the things. Whee! Yeah, this one's just too easy. Do I have a problem with TSM and the old mail overlapping? No, haven't had an overlap. I mean, the one thing that I've been too lazy to do is to set up my set up my automatic mailing setting things, and make it so that it doesn't give me that prompt every time. Like, that prompt is mostly for like preventing you from making dumbass mistakes and mailing it to the wrong people, because all you have to do is just add in like the realm name of whoever you're mailing stuff to, and then you won't get that prompt anymore. But I just haven't done that. Otherwise, I haven't seen anything about like a weird overlap or anything. So like tell me about that, Tribe. What's going on? Just so I can keep an eye out for that. I'll do the world boss. Transmog. You never know. Transmog. Yes, we certainly do. Oh, I missed it, motherfucker. Hey, where can I get that weak aura that I use for the shield proc? Oh, you know, this is a this I made up. So let me see if I can like just copy it and paste it for you. How do I do it? The trigger animations load. Isn't there a thing where I can like export it? Okay, there we go. Export to string. So I don't know if that copy paste is gonna work. Sorry about the spam, but oh well. But that would be it. All it is a string to say, hey, if you're in combat and your Avenger shield is available, it's gonna fucking yell at you. So that is all that is. So hopefully it shows up. If not, tell me and I'll try. I don't know if I can post that directly into like, well, maybe I can post it directly into YouTube. But yeah, let me know if that goes through. There he is. Come on, meteor, smash me in the face. I want it. Yeah, do it. Do it. Oh, it hurts so good. It's a secret of tanking. You must love the pain. That long string I posted, that was just a weak aura string. Don't worry, it's not like some crazy spam thing. What item level do we need to tank Mythic Kill Jaden? I don't know. I don't do mythic stuff. I mean, if you're tanking Mythic Kill Jaden, then that means you either are the raid lead or you have a raid lead, and they definitely know the answer, or they definitely have an answer for you. Did I get anything? I didn't get anything. Should I roll? No. I'll save that for tonight. I only got like one roll left anyway. It didn't. Bummer. Okay. Let me open up the YouTubes. Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll even let me post it directly on YouTube, but let's try. Oh, okay. That's way too long. Yeah, it's way too long to have. Let me see. Trying to think of an easy way to post it. Oh, you know what? I think. Let's see. Okay. I think I know what to do. Maybe. No, it's not that. I think I need to like go into a comment in the stream, maybe. All right. Darn. Yeah, I won't be able to. You know what? Here's what I'll try to do. I think that's beyond the character limit there too. Yeah, so I'm not gonna put it in the description. But here's what I'll do. After the stream is done, I will publish this particular video because yeah, I'll publish this video, make it public, and then in a comment I'll put in the string because that allows me to put in a lot of info. So yeah, you'll see it there. Promise. Or bitch me out if you don't see it. But yeah, that's all. That's all it is. And to be honest, like I made that string with, you know, just like using like the basic tutorial stuff. But the whole point of it is, you know, you got to be in combat. The animations, I have it set to bounce and pulse and stuff, and I think that was it. But yeah, I know that weak auras is not like the easiest thing to work with, so I'm gonna make sure that you get that string later. Actually, you know, that gave me a chance to take a look at the Tales of the Crossroads episode that I put out late last night, and it looks like, you know, as predicted, it doesn't really pick up a lot of views, unfortunately. What a bummer. Yeah, hopefully, I mean, I really like doing them though. You know, I hope that the series picks up steam, because it's not that hard, because it's not, you know, super hard for me to do. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's cool that we can like share stuff and all that. Yeah, that's doo-doo. I don't care about that. Yeah, like I would say, like, for anyone who watched it or has watched it, no, definitely spread the word, because I mean the big thing, more than just getting like the views out of it and everything, is getting that exposure, because that's what's going to get me more stories. If I run out of stories, then the series dies. And so it really like lives and dies based on that. You know, what I plan on doing to kind of supplement it is to add my own stories to it too, because I'm a player too. You know, of course, why not? I have my own things that I can talk about, and, you know, exploits of the guild or me personally. But yeah, but for the most part, it you know, the big draw, the whole point of it is that that these are all user submitted stories, and just, you know, cool things or tragic things or dramatic things that had happened, and, you know, that's it. That is it. And it doesn't even matter, like, if you think you have like a bad writing style, or if you don't, you know, if you don't type or if you don't speak English very well, I make it work. Like, there's a recording that I already have where, like, there are so many grammatical errors and spelling mistakes that I was like, oh man, this motherfucker's hard. This is like hard to read, but I still did it. I still got through it. I didn't put it in this episode, but it's gonna be in a, you know, it's gonna be in a future one. But I definitely want to include as many people's stories as I can, and some of them are super short. Like, you saw one, there's only like a 20-second thing, and you know, I kind of prefer them to be a little bit longer, but, you know, I'll take what I can get, and that's what I got. So I do very, very strongly encourage everyone, if you have your story, if you have a cool story that you think should be told or that you want people to hear about, I'm more than happy to tell it. Spoiler alert, talk about Sargeras. Sargeras sucks. Sargeras is a punk ass bitch, man. I swear. Alright, I need to turn on my circulation. Getting stuffy in here. Yay! Okay. I need that. Where am I flying again? I think I'm flying to like Stormheim or something. Oh, and I did 3 of the 4 Legion Fall stuff already. I should have just won 1 more. Oh well. See, there's like 1.5 billion AP, and I'm getting pretty close. I'm getting pretty close. I'll definitely get it. With a little bit of effort, I'll get this thing in before raid tonight. Saul, what stone you want? Oh, what story do I want? Whatever, you know, whatever your personal stories are that you think are, it doesn't even have to be like necessarily, oh my god, people will love this story, but if you want to tell a story, that's all it takes. If you have a memory that you want to kind of sort of preserve, then type it out and submit it, and I'll tell it, you know, and I'll get into it. It's not just me reading. It's not just me reading letters or anything. I want to like get into it and try to capture that feeling. Yeah, try to capture the feeling that some of you guys are trying to express with these, because not everyone's a writer. I don't consider myself a great writer, and some people are demonstrably, you know, worse at it. But that doesn't take away the fact that you might have a story to tell, and I want to try to tell that the best way that I can. You know, of course I wasn't there. You could probably tell it better than, you know, maybe you can tell it better than I can. But I'd love to tell it anyway, because I just want to spread more of that positive energy. Well, not even positive energy. I just want to be able to spread that celebration of WoW around, whether it is a funny story or drama or like a really awesome win or a loss or a fit of irony, or, you know, stuff like that. I think all that stuff is worth. All those things are worth sharing, and I want to help out with that in my small way. Just send it to me via email. That would be the easiest way for me to save it and archive it and all that stuff, and then I, you know, just kind of put it in my pocket for a future video. It might not be like the immediate next video, because I do have like a small backlog of stuff, and at least at the moment, I don't know. I'm not sure if a 10-minute video is too short or too long. Because the length of the video, that matters too when it comes to people wanting to click and take a look, you know, because like you gotta get attention somehow, some way. So I have to be smart. Yeah, I have to be pretty smart about distribution. Otherwise, you know, the efforts that I put into getting these videos and your guys' efforts into submitting these stories feels wasted, and I really don't want that. I feel like I'm really doing people a disservice by, like, you know, getting all amped up about telling these stories, and then people aren't, the audience isn't interested in, not even that they're not interested in hearing about it, but they just don't get a chance to. They don't just get a chance to see it because it doesn't pop up on their YouTube recommended thing, and that would suck. I feel really bad. But yeah, thank you, John. I appreciate that. Heck, anyone else who like already did submit a story and they want to submit another one, feel free, dude. Feel free. And then I'll add that in. Like, the best I do is like kind of curate. Okay, here's a funny one. Here's a tragic one. You know, I try to balance that out at least, or, you know, short ones and long ones and whatnot. But yeah, that's about it. All right, 64. I'll go in here. That should definitely do it. Come on, come to Butthead. Huh, huh, huh. But yeah, so far I'm going to be doing like one of those Tales from the Crossroads series every 2 weeks. That's kind of what I have in mind, based on like the number of stories I get and whatnot. But, you know, eventually, like, they might end up spacing out even further because I might not have enough stories to distribute, or it might stop. But I'll let people know. That's cool, Sean. Feel free to share it, man. Feel free. Die faster. Die faster still. There we go. probably because I'm not even using my 4-piece right now. Oh. Let's see. I'm going south. Should I go south? Yeah, I guess I'll go south. The theme for story should be the one time you wipe the raid. I mean, the theme could be anything. I would want it to be anything, but you know, I think maybe sometimes it would be effective if, like, during a weekly or something. You know, I'll say, hey, you know, here's an idea. You know, try to think of something like, you know. Actually, I think I said that before, where I said, hey, you know, here's a thought. You know, think of, you know, one time, like, you caused a terrible wipe in a raid, or a PvP based story or something like that. But yeah, I know more than anything, I just got to keep plugging at it. You know, keep plugging it, keep bringing it up, and just keep making the videos. You know, because it's just going to make the example, and you know, I'm not going to expect something like this to, like, suddenly blow up or anything. So we'll see. Maybe explain what Tribute of Insanity is. Isn't that Tribute of Insanity? I'm trying to remember. I myself am trying to remember what that is. What's up, Rising Shadow? I should know what that is. I didn't participate in it, but I should know what that is. That's right. It was the Trial of the Crusader thing. Because I kept thinking Trial of Insanity. I'm like, wait a minute. That don't sound right. Okay, I totally passed that now. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much, Holy Hand. Is it just this one? Oh no, this is a different one, but I might as well do it. Then I can finish my warden shits. Skaboosh. Very admirable. I'm a chef, after all. There we go, chef hat. Haha. This is actually kind of a pain. I don't know why I'm doing this one. Because I really want precious frickin' artifact power, I guess. But yeah, should I explain some of those old raid systems? I don't know, like... there are things that I like to talk about historically. But I don't know. I get hesitant with making videos like those because I'm not very interested in them. I know my perspective is skewed because it's like, well, I was there, I know about them already. I guess that's what kind of turns me off from just making more of those, because like those kinds of videos, dude, I could pump that shit out all day. But yeah, I'm not super interested in stuff like that. I want to do fun things that I think are. I want to do fun, different things that I think are fun. I'm not going to do different things just to be different. They have to, like, you know, be something that I feel good about doing too. Even if, like, the delivery isn't, like, great, fuck it. It's, you know, my first time trying to do something like that. Give me a break. All right, let's see. More clusters. Did I kill enough of those things? Okay, I did. I feel like an idiot if I, like, went in there, didn't even finish that part of the quest. Saving the raid and Herog Xavius when the tank died and popping the bears before must have driven tank the rest to get that head of the curve achievement. You know, I could read that as a story if you wanted to, if you wanted to flesh that out a little bit more. Because one definite rule that I have is that I read these stories pretty much word for word. So if you don't give me a lot to read, then I'm not gonna have a lot to read. You know, it's not gonna give me a lot. You know, it's not gonna give me a lot to go with. But I'd be totally cool with reading off like the stories of like your clutch kills and things like that. You know, some of the stories that I've been reading, you know, they're not some of them aren't super specific. It's like, oh man, you know, we were trying to get this kill and then we got it. You know, you could tell me more. You don't have to tell me more, but things like, you know, little details like that, even if they're embellished, shoot, I'd be happy to. I think it'd be cool to hear about. But yeah, maybe when I start inserting my own stories into it, and I might do that as soon as the next one, just so I can stretch out the submissions a little bit longer. I just need to make sure that I can successfully write a short story and not just like a rant, or not rant, but you know, but like take up way too much time. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take away from the meat of the meat of the content, which are like other people's stories. So I got that. I guess I can go for that one. Kind of far though. Oh well. This will give me a chance to take a look and map out all the other shit that I can do. So I can't do that one. I can take a look. No, I don't like doing that withered one. Fuck that. Dreadbog, sure. Enigmatic is easy. Oh my god, shut up! Thank you very much, NPC scan. I still have you installed. Oh, I thought that was a PvP thing. But yeah, there are, believe it or not, there are rares that I have not killed yet. At least here on Broken Isles. Alright. Moving on. When I said that your email put stories, yep, go ahead and put it there. My that email account is still fairly clean for now. Not full of trash, so I'm not gonna, so I more than likely will not lose your story. Yeah, that's totally fine. I will most definitely catch that. I'll tell you the story on how I got my wife to start playing WoW. Cool. Really? Then what are all these rares that I've like not discovered? Oh, weird. At least these are like, you know, quick kills and shit. Oh my god, look at that, guys. 7 million artifact power. Ah! This is amazing. Yeah, I know, it's a fake noise. I already have all the legendaries on my protection spec now anyway, so I'm just getting like whatever. I think I've been getting like ret. I've been getting ret legendaries lately. Stupid things, just taking up inventory. Gosh. Yay! Ooh, and a crit. Nice. Yeah, I'll take that. Papa loves crits. It's all about the crits. All about the crits. Good for you. Oh, okay, there's a rep thing. I have a bunch of rep things going. Tomas, what's up, dude? I'm not doing much. I just, you know, I kind of ran out of steam. Thankfully, I ran out of steam talking shit about Sargeras. I just need to collect my thoughts and then put it into a do I give a shit video that I'll throw together shortly after this stream. After I do my hair. My hair looks like shit. Oh my god. When I looked at my hair this morning, I thought, you know, I should change the name of the morning show because it's just called the morning show with Soul. I should just call it Morning Head. And the whole point is, whenever I do these morning shows, I don't do my hair, so it looks like crap. So I'll just call it Morning Head. But I think people are gonna take that wrong. I don't know. I'd like to, but I don't think we're adults enough to handle it. I don't think I'm adult to handle that. Oh well. Shave it off? No way! No way! No way! No way! Many moons ago, I think like 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I shaved my head because I don't know. Hell, 20 years ago, my hair was like longer. Like my hair like went all the way down to like here or so. But I never let it sit there. I slicked it back. But my hair was long, and at one point I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of dealing with hair. Period. So I just shaved it all off, and that's when I realized, oh, my head's like all crooked. My head's like it's not very round and like pretty looking. So if I do actually like lose my hair, and it's funny because I get a comment every now and then. It's like, oh god, you're going bald. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm going bald, am I? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. Anyway, but when that day happens, I'll wear a fucking beanie because I do not like the shape of my head. Yeah. How old am I? I don't talk about that. It's a dumb thing to do, but I just don't talk about it. All right, what's next? Anything good? Any nice packs? Nope. I tell the guild that I'm like in my 50s. I say shit like that all the time. Oh, I see stuff. Alright, so I'm waiting for that mission to finish. Oh, I still need to do time walking. Time walking. What's a chore? I don't even know what the time walking is right now. There's time walking, there's brewfest. So many things to do. Mists? Looks like, yeah, mists. Okay. Now I know. Come on. Do, 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 do. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boat that my daddy bought for me. There we go. Hi, Captain. We're about to get jacked up. Okay. What other video did I want to do today? I think I wanted to do a channel vlog where I just talk about like the parts in my computer, you know, the equipment that I use in my setup. I think that's something that people have been, yeah, that's something that people have been asking about. What's my setup, and then what settings do I use? But I think I'll do that in a separate video because that would take a long time for me to talk about. Yeah, because that's 75 years old. 75 years young. That's cool, man. Yeah, I think the oldest that I have is, you know, I'm not sure. Late 40s, 50s, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Can't say for sure. Never asked him. But his son plays, and his son is like in his late 20s or so. So, you know, But no, that's cool. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had anyone like close to that age. Most of them are quite a bit younger than that, which still surprises me. I'm like, wow, young people playing World of Warcraft. Huh, that's cute. That's different. Oh, look at you. You're trying to hide beast slick and shit. Whee! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, on to 36. Oh my god, that means I'll be at what, prestige like 4? 5 even. Oh man. I'm gonna get to 5 pretty soon. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work my ass off if I want to get all those prestige rewards. Holy shit. So I got that one, and then there's the lay raise. Oh my! Alright. Okay, there's still a billion lying around. Damn. What am I missing? Okay, that 263, that's a big chunk. Yeah, I guess it just all adds up. Oh, and then there's that $140. That's a lot that I'm missing out on, though. Damn. Unless there's something here that I missed. Oh, there is something here. Oh, no, there's not. Lying to me, man. Alright. Alright, let me turn this in at least. Something the story hope is good enough. Hey, I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you. That's really cool of you. Especially because you have your own channel. You can tell the damn story yourself. So... No, yeah, together, yeah, good for you. Oh my god, a Horn of Valor. That's not an actual trinket? Oh, that's deceptive. Sheesh. Alright, let's do that lay race shit really quick. Oh, and there's the Kobold Nest. Damn, dude, there's a lot to do. And I'm at... Ooh, I'm close. I'm close, though. Shit, I'll get it before the end of the show. I'm like, oh, I'll get it before the end of the raid. Nope. Yeah, not very long at all, if you have, you know, some time on your hands to, like, farm for, like, these littler shits. Man, it wasn't that long ago when people were calculating the number of Mav Souls runs that you had to do in order to get to artifact rank level XYZ. That hyperbole, man. That shit's real. That shit's real. And what's sad about it is that that sort of hyperbole helps drive that narrative. You know, and people will be like, oh, well, fuck Legion, it's so grindy and blah, blah, blah. And then you look, and then you kind of look at people that are playing right now, they're like, oh, no, man, it's don't seem that bad. This is me more speaking for myself than trying to speak for anyone else. You know, for me, it's not so bad. You know, the big thing is I don't play alts. I don't really care about my alts. My alts are pathetic. They're sad. If they could talk, they would talk shit. Yeah. If they could talk, they would leave bad comments on my channel. They'd be like, "Wow, this guy is nothing like what he says he is." Everyone, this guy's a fraud. Fuck this guy. This guy's a fucking casual. Don't listen to him. Hey, D. What? I'm not trying to poop on you. But yes, I'd say everyone's story is, quote, good enough. And I am excited to share my own stories once I get the chance. Do I play Horde and Alliance? No, I do not. I only play Horde. I play Horde because I think they're cooler than Alliance. I play a Blood Elf because I like standing up straight. That is the absolute truth. I will say though, man, like yesterday I was getting some footage over at Stormwind, and I'm still like, I'm so jealous of Stormwind because it's so constructed. You know, it's like they put so much little attention to detail to that city, and you look at Orgrimmar, and it's like, it's just like this amalgam of buildings and spikes, and all that stuff, and there's like no organization. It's like you take something like Stormwind Keep, and real estate wise, it takes up so much more space than the Valley of Strength. Like the Valley of Strength is just like this whole put together collection of like buildings and houses and utilities and stuff. But you know, don't get me wrong, like that's the theme. That's what the Horde is, or that's what Orgrimmar is largely. It's, you know, just that sort of collection. If it was Silvermoon, if Silvermoon ended up being like the capital, the actual capital of the Horde, you know, it effectively moved, then I would expect, you know, Blood Elf architecture to come into play, and then I'd see a lot more detail, you know, attention to details and things like that. Just don't, but you know, at least when you compare the main faction capitals, Stormwind is so much cooler than Orgrimmar. Ugh, it's not fair. I want the Horde to just conquer Stormwind. Conquer Stormwind, kill Varian, take over. All right, this is our house now. You guys can have Orgrimmar. Place sucks. How's Bob? Bob's doing all right. You might find Bob to be of a different complexion in tomorrow's weekly. Stay tuned for that one. Might be a little bit different, just a little bit. All right, 71%. And I'm still like, man, I wish they had item level scaling here, because this is like a joke. This is too much of a joke. I want a little bit of excitement, a little bit of thrill. Because then it's less, then it feels like a battle, not a chore. And there we go, dudes. Artifact level. No, fuck this, I'm out of here. I'd trade Stormwind for Gilneas. You know, I was there, I was getting footage there, too. I like Gilneas. I like the look. It's a city, you know? It's neat. Of course, Gilneas as it is, it's very empty. You know, there's like building doors that go nowhere. You know, the details just aren't there, and it doesn't have like a Stormwind Keep. It just has like, you know, a mansion, you know, a big house in the middle, but nothing like Stormwind Keep. I just like it. I'm a big fan of that. Throw, take off your armor, lol. No, but I'm talking about I'm not talking about like challenging yourself. I could always do that, but it's just the feel of the world itself just isn't what it is. Me taking off my armor in the face of trying to do world quests along with other people that are trying to do world quests is an idiotic idea, because the best that I can do is like tag shit. Meanwhile, everyone's one-shotting stuff, and that's something that I'm not fond of. It's not just me being able to kill things very quickly. It's also, you know, when you're trying to participate in some of this content, the best you know, your objective is to use an instant spell to just tag stuff, because stuff is dying so quickly that you're otherwise not going to have any hope. Like, if you were a Frost Mage and the only thing that you can do is Frostbolt, you're hardly going to get shit done unless you happen to be totally alone. Because, meanwhile, you know, Hunters and Warlocks or whatever, they're one-shotting stuff with instant cast spells, and you're like, fucked. Yes. That's more what I'm talking about when it comes to my critique as to why there should be item level scaling in the game. Because at least two shot things instead of one shot them, or, you know, use more than just one global to take out entire packs of things. that's what I'm arguing for. Morning head, best way to start the day. All right, 66. Next point, 26.6 billion. Why don't I see any good transmogged trolls? There's my my rogue has this whole, my one of the rogues on my team. He has like this cool little like purple set, complete with like the styling jungle hat and like a purple suit and all that. I think that's kind of cool. If you don't like that though, then oof, I got nothing for you. Alright, so I totally forgot what that third tier 2 trade is. I forgot what that thing is. Find out in just a moment. I think it sucks. I have a feeling that it sucks, but well, let's jog my memory, shall we? Alright, so I got either Dark Sorrows. Your damage and spells and abilities have a chance to afflict the target with sorrow, causing it to burst after 8 seconds, dealing whatever damage within 8 yards. This one sucks, because I remember like this thing has a prop per minute rate of 1. Just 1! That's kind of doo-doo. So this one, Infusion of Light, your damage and spells and abilities have a chance to deal damage, and your healing abilities have a chance to heal for something. That kind of sucks too. But I think I have another Infusion of Light thing here, which will just make it stronger. So that's cool. And then I took this one, so I can just get like the passive bonuses. And then this one, let's see, parry sucks, block also sucks, hammer time also sucks. All these traits I'm not fond of. But you know what, I guess I'll take the block. So Infusion of Light it is. Ta-da! No take backs. Bye. Okay. Skin Fargus for the pet that will not drop. That's a bummer, dude. Alright, so wait, let me take a look at this again. Okay, so let's test this out somewhere. I'll just go to target dummy. Come on. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Take a good hard look on a motherfucking boat. Help coworker is going to Chick-fil-A and offering to get you some crisp cut fries. Alright, D, how about this? You get some fries and I will get something bad too. No, I know we should both be good. Ah, but banana cake sounds so good. No, just go ahead and decline the offer, D. We'll both be good. We'll both be good and unhappy with our life choices. Alright. Hitting Satyr. Alright, let's see how hard this Infusion of Light shit hits. Oh, I think it's based on abilities. There we go. Infusion of Light did. That was 1 hit. Really? That was a hit, not a crit? Holy shit. I thought that was supposed to be like 200k. It like doubled. I didn't expect that. Alright. Oh man, this thing is like getting in my way. Okay, let's let's try again then. $351. Damn. Okay, you know what? I'll just go nuts then. Let's see if I get any crits. Let's see what crit data that I have. We'll both be depressed. That does make me sad. Well, yeah, we'll both happily be depressed. Yeah, sure, it'll be great. People will love it. Oh man. Okay, so there's 2 hits. What is it? What is it? Okay. Yeah, so that's like a reasonably good hit. I think this is like supposed to be like a 2 proc per minute sort of thing. Maybe. Doesn't look like it crits though. I'll keep goofing with this. Reminds you of Israel Kamakawiyo. I do not know what that is, Trap. I'm sorry. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Still only hits, no crits. Oh, it did crit once. Okay. So a crit for 804. Damn, that hits pretty damn hard. Okay. All right. I'm a little thrown off though. Like those numbers don't seem right. I mean, it might be. I know that Blizzard was saying that the traits from the Crucible might be enhanced from like secondary stats. I don't recall off the top of my head at least like just how Infusion of Light applies, but the fact that I have 2 ranks in it seems to be more significant than I thought it would be. Welcome up. Oh. One moment. Alright, he is a musician. He seems familiar somehow. You know, I might have heard like his version at some point. I don't know when, but yeah, I might have heard that. Alright, so I'm critting for like 800k on this Infusion of Light guy. So at least this rank 1 says, okay, it'll do like 101k additional holy damage. But the fact that I have 2 ranks of it, like it seems to be like more than just additive. It seems to be like, I don't think I have this. Yeah, it's not going to show up here. No like Infusion of Light proc things or nothing here. Ugh. It doesn't show up here either, does it? Okay, so it does at least show that. I mean, that does hit pretty hard. So, I mean, it hits at least from the extended comment that I did. It does hit harder than Hidden Satyr does, and that had a number of procs, including a crit. So, that's pretty cool. I feel like it's impossible to play alts of this expansion. The AP is too hard. I don't know, man. I'm skeptical of that because you get. I mean, the way I see it, like like a good solid hour or 2 of gameplay will get you, pretty close to concordance. Yeah, I think that'll get you pretty close to concordance. It just takes a little bit of that focus, and the realization that if you have your main up to a certain point, and you know that the growth on your main is going to be much slower than that of your alt, you just need to kind of not get over it. That's a poor choice of words, but I have no other words that I can think of that I can think of right now. You just kind of have to get over trying to maximize your main all the time, and then just take a few days to focus on your alt. That way you'll be able to get caught up that much harder. The only thing that I would argue for with regards to Legion still being alt unfriendly would be like legendaries. That would be it, because you have no control over that. At least with artifact ranks, you just need to go out and get it. Everything else is automatic. Artifact knowledge is global. You don't have to worry about that sort of stuff anymore. And it's littered like all over the goddamn place. Like I got what was it, like 15 billion Yeah, 15 billion or so. The 15 billion artifact power that I got, it did take a little bit of focused farming, but that took 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 days worth of farming, and that is like maybe 2 hours worth of playtime a day. So I don't think that was, so in my opinion, I don't think it's that big of a deal. If you have 12 alts and you are compelled to balance all of them out, then I can definitely see where you're struggling. But from that, I would just say fuck artifact power. Just take the one. Just take the artifact power that you can get, because in the end, all you're caring about is how high your concordance level is, and I don't think that's big. That's as big of a deal. I would say come back to me after BlizzCon. Come back to me after BlizzCon when your artifact knowledge level is like in the 50s. Yeah, is like in the 50s, when you're getting like a ridiculous multiplier and getting concordance on your thing is like pretty automatic, as well as getting relatively easy access to your crucible traits. It won't take that, in my opinion. It won't take that long mathematically. um, but I will say that, yeah, like for alts, if you're focusing on trying to hit those kinds of breakpoints on your alts with artifact power, then, well, you chose to do it. That's really the long and short of it. Legendaries, I can't make an argument about. It's a pain in the ass. I'm not happy with them. Um, I'm not happy with the acquisition of them. But to me again, they're not critical for progression either. Depending on your level. If you're looking to be, if you're late into the game and you're like, hey, I want to be a world first raider, yeah, good luck, dude. You're going to be working your ass off trying to farm legendaries like with the quickness, and trying to get caught up. Everything else, though, not a big deal at all. Just a little bit of efforts and cool. Yeah, that's my thing. Yeah, I just think my druid and I just casually work on my druid class campaign and nav concordance. Yeah, I have a bunch of tunes that have not completed their class campaign. I've completed my class campaign on my tank, of course. I did it on my lock, my mage, my priest, and that's it. And I didn't even do any of the Legion Fall stuff either. I don't know what their status is on concordance. I think some of them have hit it. Um, but otherwise, I'm not caring, because that's me. I don't really care about my alts, unfortunately. But for those that do, um, I would say that, yeah, your alts are behind, are going to be behind your main, but I don't think they're as far behind as you think as you feel that they are. Um, the difference between not being caught up and caught up, it's, percentage points. The difference, again, legendaries. That's going to be the significant thing to complain about. But looking past that, I think you're okay. I don't think it's as bad. I think that apart from legendaries, this is a very, very alt friendly expansion, and it has been this entire time. As much as people resist it, I can't make a good example of myself because I just don't care about my alts. I've never made that sort of effort. You can try to call me out on it, about like my character habits, but then people will testify against. Soul never cared. He never cared about his alts. They're all shit, and my performance on them kind of backs that up. They are shit. Unlike this guy, dressed like a chef, but he's awesome. Oh my god, that cleaver is so sexy. So anyway, I'm at 2 hours in the morning show. I'm going to put a I'm going to wrap up for this morning while it's still morning, unlike freaking yesterday, just PvP and stuff. So I'm going to get to kind of gathering my thoughts so I can create a slightly more organized "Do I give a shit" video on just what is going on with Sargeras and the future of the World of Warcraft. So if you were here for the morning show, when that video comes out later today, fuck it, you don't need to click on it. I mean, well, if you want to participate in whatever discussion's going, okay, cool. But otherwise, it's going to be mostly the same shit that you've been hearing. So, if anything, though, I appreciate you sticking around for today's morning show. Thank you very much for letting me be a short part of your day. And I'm grateful for the conversations and all the talk and back and forth that we had. Thank you again. I totally forgot who it was that submitted their stories. I think it was Sean and someone else. Thank you for submitting your stories. I will publish this as soon as YouTube lets me do it, and I will put in that code, the Weak Auras code, so that way you can get that Avenger Shield thing to pop up. I know someone had asked me about that earlier too, so I apologize for not displaying that up until like right now. So anyway, you guys have a good one. I'm gonna try to prepare for my weekly a little bit earlier, so that way it's not taking me a long ass time to do it on Friday. But yeah, you all have a good one. Thanks again for sharing, for watching today, and stay safe and stay happy, and of course, stay breezy.